There are 329.5 million people in the United States. That's 329.5 million thoughts, 329.5 million opinions, 329.5 million different political beliefs, religious beliefs, identities, personalities, and motivations, each one unique in their own way. The United States is 3.797 million square miles, with 50 states, 5 territories, and 1 capital, each with their own centralized government, with their own central beliefs of right and wrong. So when it comes to an all-encompassing governing document, a constitution, if you will, it is inevitable that, as poet John Lydgate said, and later re-emphasized by President Abraham Lincoln, you can please some of the people all of the time, you can please all of the people some of the time, but you can't please all of the people all of the time. Still, that doesn't mean we shouldn't do better. Hello friends, and welcome to episode 42 of One Man's Opinion, where I review professional theater across Connecticut, New York City, and national tours. Today I am reviewing the national tour of What the Constitution Means to Me, currently touring the eastern United States. Written by Heidi Schreck, directed by Oliver Butler, and starring Cassie Beck as Heidi Schreck. I had seen What the Constitution Means to Me when it was on Broadway in the spring of 2019, and I thought it was wonderful. A reflective piece on the U.S. Constitution, its brilliance and its flaws, that is, the Constitution's brilliance and flaws, and why it is such an important document to not only our history, but the history of modern civilization. It is also a deeply personal piece for writer Heidi Schreck, who performed the piece on Broadway. Heidi, in the case of this national tour, as Cassie Beck portraying Heidi, gives accounts of her family and their lives, going back to her great-grandmother and how the Constitution has both succeeded and failed them in different times, especially regarding women's rights. The story is presented with Heidi reminiscing on how, as a child, she used to partake in constitutional debates, competing for scholarship money at places like American Legion halls. She reflects primarily on the Ninth Amendment, which states the enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people, and the 14th Amendment, Section 1, where it says, no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without the process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Now, I'm not going to defend or object to Heidi's position on these amendments, for my opinion on that aspect of the show isn't what's important. What is important is whether or not Heidi gives adequate and convincing evidence in support of her position. To this she does, and she does with passion. In the end, you may or may not agree with her interpretation of the amendments of the Constitution. You may or may not agree with her position on voting rights or abortion or other hot topic issues, but with an open mind, you may gain an appreciation for her story and why she believes what she believes. When it comes to performance, Beck is great. She doesn't quite bring the more passionate and intimate moments home the way Schreck does, but how could she? It's Schreck's actual personal story. No one's going to communicate that better than her. But Beck does still capture the weight of everything that is being addressed. The abuses of her female ancestors, her life-changing decision in her late teens, the nation-defining decisions of Supreme Court judges, and the nuances of things as seemingly inane as a definition of the word shall. There is an enjoyable finale to the show when Heidi invites a young actor to come on stage. There are 2 actors that alternate each show, where the 2 of them have a debate on whether or not the Constitution should be discarded and completely redrafted. It's an enjoyable little debate, even if it does carry the show a little long. What's nice about this end chapter of the show is that it helps lighten the mood from what at times is a rather heavy topic show. It creates a salve to the deep cuts that are sometimes dealt through Heidi's testimony. What the Constitution means to me is going to be challenging for some audiences. I am really curious as to how the show will translate to more conservative audiences in the Midwest. But as I said, come to this with an open mind. And I think you'll, if not always agree with Schreck, you'll hopefully appreciate why she is who she is, believes what she believes, and where her passions come from. And with that, grow tolerance and appreciation towards other people who you may disagree with out there. And that's one man's opinion of what the Constitution means to me, now on tour. Leave your opinion in the comments below. If you're interested in tickets, I'll leave a link in the description below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to be first alerted to my future reviews. My next review will be Playhouse and Park's production of Five Guys Named Mo. I hope all of you are well, and I'll see you at the theater.